Okay. Well, hello, everybody. It's Friday. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a certified Sedona Method coach, and this is a Sedona Method support call. And I thought that I would start today's call with a simple group release on, what is the topic? Just a second here. Oh, letting go of the pace that isn't yours. Letting go of the pace that isn't yours. We live in a crazy time. I don't know if you've noticed. This is a time of transition. There's a lot of different kinds of changes happening right now in the news, in politics, in technology. I've been playing with AI, not just playing, using it productively. AI, artificial intelligence. This is an incredible time of change, and the pace of this change seems to be relentless. It just seems to never stop. You can't keep up with the news. You can't keep up with technology, or so it feels. So this brings up in us this feeling of being pushed. It feels as though we have to keep up, we have to run. And of course, those feelings bring up a natural resistance. And so let's just see if we can release a little bit of this. Start right now with a deep breath or two. And consider what has just been said. And think about that life that you experience. And just notice what's coming up. Any memory, the mental voices, maybe something in the body. It could be sensations, all kinds of sensations, all kinds of anxiety, all kinds of fears. That sense that you have to keep up, you have to follow that pace. You're not keeping up. Isn't that the logical conclusion? We're never, ever fast enough. Notice how that feels. And since that's what's being felt, wouldn't it make sense just to give it permission to do that just for now? Not forever. Could you open and allow all that comes up? And take a few deep breaths. And just be. Already just that willingness to sit with uncomfortable emotions has a way of opening things up. But even so, check for any resistance, check for any no, any desire for this experience to be different. Even the desire to let that go. If that's a desire, that's a holding on. But just notice, that's all you need to do. Whatever resistance, whatever desire to control what seems to be here. And a breath or two. And then notice also that sense of how personal it seems to be. You have to keep up. You are feeling behind. And just see how that shows up. Allow it to be like that, since isn't it how that seems to be? And now, let's just check. Could you let that go? Would you? Are you willing? And remember, a no is just the same as a yes, so whatever feels appropriate. And the last question, when? Would you let that go now? So, our topic is letting go of the pace that isn't yours. That sense that you have to hurry up. You're behind. You have to push. And that comes up in various ways, different ways for different people. And notice how it comes up for you. Notice and you sense that you need to keep up. You're not moving fast enough. You're falling behind. Now I want you to just to pay attention to what's happening in the body exclusively. Just notice how the body reacts. There's a tensing of muscles. There's a sense of discomfort. There can be feelings of energetic flow. Just look around. Take a moment. Be curious. What's happening in the body? What's happening in the body when you believe that you need to keep up? You're not moving fast enough. You're falling behind. Just notice the body and the body's reactions. Good. And now, as an exercise or an experiment, I want you to focus on the tip of the pinky of your left hand. All of your attention on just that little part of your body. Focus all of your attention on the little finger of your left hand. And breathe. And then shift your attention back to any discomfort, tension, reactivity in the body. And then, when you're ready, shift your attention to that little finger on your left hand, the very tip. Your full attention focused on the tip of that little finger, how it feels. And then back to the body, any reactivity, any sense of discomfort, cramping, any reaction to the feeling of, I need to keep up. And you may have noticed that even just that little change in focus can help them to loosen things up. But let's just take this a step further. What if what's happening in the body has no relation whatsoever to any stories, names, memories? What if all of that's just made up? We can pretend. Just for now, could you just allow everything happening in the body to be raw energy? Neutral, neither good nor bad, simply energy moving through the body. And could you simply drop any explanation, memory, or meaning? Could you? And would you? And when? And then let's take that one extra step. Is anything here in the body, is that actually you? Or are you that which is aware? Notice, Does this energy always stay the same? Does the body always feel the same way? Probably not. Are you those feelings? Are you that energy? Are you that sensation in the body? Or are you that which is aware of that? Take a breath or two and just allow yourself to be. It feels like this might be the right time to stop this group release. It feels like an appropriate point. And now I would like to invite anybody who wishes to step forward and ask for any support or ask a question or even share a gain. Sharing of gains, when I first started releasing, it felt a little bit silly to me having to share my gains. But the power of that practice is, how else are we going to really grasp the changes that are happening? As we recall gains, as we share gains, we actually see the progress that we're making and we feel it, because the mind tends to focus on what's wrong. There's always something, there's always going to be something. Sharing of gains is exactly the opposite practice. It's focusing on what's actually happening that's positive, an improvement, a gain. So that's part of it too. Well, hello. Excuse me.
Hi, Stephen.
I'm going to cough. There we go. That's done.
Thank you so much for the group release and the release yesterday as well, especially about what if it means something else. And um, yeah, so that's a pretty intense gain for me. And what came up during the group release, what that there is always something,
Of
always something.
course.
Um, and I can judge myself pretty harshly. Like, even when I'm doing something good for me, um, it looks like I can't hold it or enjoy it
Hmm.
because all of a sudden, like, it's like, oh, yeah, but you could have known that sooner, or yeah, but you didn't do that. So, yeah. Uh,
Right. Yeah. No matter how good that you do, there's always a possibility that it could be better.
yeah.
Hmm. So just notice how you feel when you believe that that's true. Does anything come up for you when you,
Yeah, I want to throw up.
okay, that's a physical reaction. Of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just for now, could you even give that permission to be? Would you open up even more? I know it's not something you want to do naturally, but
Yes.
notice what happens. Does it get more intense?
No, it flows.
Just that little trick right there. It's exactly the opposite of what we
Mm.
want to do. Something is coming up, it doesn't feel good. I want anything but this, any kind of relief, right? That's everybody. We all feel that way. But the moment you turn towards it and say, well, all right, let's just allow this,
Mm.
well, it loosens it up. So there's one more little. So what you described is a function of the mind, right? The mind is the one that's doing these things. So let's talk just a little bit about the mind and why it does that, right? The mind is a tool for survival. The mind was, it's the mechanism that realizes that the sound of the growling, this growling animal sound, might be something dangerous and now you need to run, right? That's the mind. It's
Mm.
there. It's watching for danger and it's trying to help. But I don't know about you. I don't know the last time that I ever faced a wild, deadly animal growling at me. That didn't happen. It hasn't happened recently. And so the mind in the modern world tends to make things up. It's looking at the news, for example. I'm not saying that what you see in the news is made up, but the mind is going to grab onto that and say, okay, this is dangerous and this means that and this is going to happen. Or even if, let's say, a colleague or a friend says something, the mind is there. Oh, are they actually criticizing me? What does this mean? So, right, the mind is there to, what I've said is familiar, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh. What helps is to understand the mind's core motivation. And I'll just say it. The mind is trying to help. It's trying to
Mm.
protect. You see that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right. So when you see that and the amount of energy the mind is ready to invest, no matter what you did, it's still going to see something better, right? Why?
Mm.
Because it wants the best. Ultimately, no?
Yeah, but that's
Maybe
what
that's
my toxic, abusive father used to say. That's
right.
for your own good.
Maybe it wasn't all that useful, sure, but you can see where the intention goes, right?
Mm.
That's part of
Yeah,
it. Yeah, part of it. And when you see that, is it possible also to feel gratitude, thankfulness?
yeah, instead of controlling back.
Right. Well, if you want to fight the mind is always ready, and that's what happens when you're up all night long worrying about whatever thing it is. Right now, for example, I'm worrying about a weed blower, but I'm pretty sure that you can't hear it because the software here is pretty good. But even so, the mind is going, hey. So,
Mm.
so that gratitude helps because the natural tendency is to try and fight the mind, right? But the other part of it that's super important is that you? Are you that
Mm.
mind?
No,
No. Well, so if you're not the mind and you're not the thoughts, can you control thoughts?
no,
Right. Well, so thoughts come and go. So what? The mind will have all kinds of things to say. So what?
mm.
But again, if you'd like to work a little bit more on that specific feeling, again, what you described to me, we can do another little round of releasing. Is that interesting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be.
So can you, once again, maybe whatever it takes to just bring back to your memory what you were talking about? Maybe you can tell a story of what happened recently or just tell it to yourself, right? And notice the feelings that come up. Feelings come up in the body, of course, as sensations. But the mind is also active with images, sounds.
I can't describe the feeling, but I feel tension like in my back.
Hmm, good.
And
So it's the body, right. So let's just focus exclusively on the body. The body, in my experience, is the most effective way to let go. Not everybody works like that, but that's how I work, where this body mind works. Focus on your body. Focus on what's happening in the back, as you said, the spine, this tension, and just give it all of your attention, just for now. Open yourself to what's happening there. And let's take one more
it
step.
feel
Go ahead.
it feels like I'm shrinking it, like the tension is, yeah,
Shrinking, reducing.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let me just check. Is there any desire to change that tension? Make it go away? Any sense that it's not good?
Yes.
So just notice that resistance. And let's go back and forth a little bit, shall we? Notice the resistance. Notice the tension, the original feeling. And then notice the resistance, wanting it to go away, not liking the feeling. Now, the original feeling, this tension, and now resistance. And one last round, the original feeling, the tension, and then the resistance to feeling that. And I'm going to check in with you now, Coco. What's here now for you? What's that experience?
Um, when I go to the resistance, like the tension expands like in my upper back and it becomes like more intense. And when I go back to the original feeling, it looks like it feels like an inhale, like taking space, and like the tension reduces itself.
Interesting. Yes. So let's just take it one step further then. Is any of this you? Are you those tense muscles? Are you that sensation? Or are you aware of these things?
No. Mm.
And a good breath or two doesn't hurt.
I tend to forget, but yeah.
You tend to forget?
Yeah, that I'm not my emotions, my sensations,
Right.
my thoughts.
Well, it can feel like that. Certainly. It really can feel like that. But sometimes, if you just sit down, if you're having an upset of some kind, we all know. Sit down for a moment, catch your breath, ground yourself, come back to being. This is just part of it. Are you these sensations? Are you these thoughts? Are you these emotions? It's a helpful question.
Oh, sorry, Stephen, I didn't get you. The I don't know if it's my network. or
Oh, I said something and you didn't understand?
no, I didn't have it.
Ah,
I didn't.
okay. So what I was saying is that, well, I was actually suggesting a very simple practice. Sometimes we have disturbances, freakouts, you know how it is. Some emotion comes up. It's not a bad thing to sit down and just focus inside,
Mm,
allow what is just for the moment, to allow the reaction that's coming up, whatever it is, just take a moment aside and just allow it. And then I propose this question: are you those feelings? Am I these sensations in the body? Am I these thoughts? So
mm.
I'm going to check in with you one more time. What is here now for you, Coco?
Um, I feel, how can I describe it? Energy flowing.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So that sounds perfect. Yeah.
perfect description. Perfect
Yeah.
description. Okay, then.
Thank
Well,
you
with
so
that,
much.
that's good for now, then. Okay, then. Thank you, Coco, for raising your hand. Nice to see you. Okay. Well, the same invitation. Would anybody like to ask a question, share a game, maybe have a little bit of one-on-one work, little process? This feels like a good time to mention that, yes, I'm also a coach. Most of my work I do with creative professionals, marketers, executives. That's also my background. So I'm particularly interested in how the heart contributes to our creativity, to our connection with each other, to our, well, the courage that we bring to our life. And all of these to me are qualities of the heart, and I'm particularly interested in how to apply these towards our creative work. That's just my passion. Otherwise, I'm also active in this releasing community and one of the architects of the community. So I'm always happy to help people if there are questions about that. The releasing community is a WhatsApp community of about 500 people at this point, and most of you are members of that. So, oh, and I could even say that you can find out more about me at a website called workingfromtheheart.com. It's really that simple. Back to you. Anybody like to raise their hand? Here I am. It might help maybe if I throw a question out. What is your biggest challenge in life at the moment? Oh, I see. Rhina's raising her hand. Can you unmute?
Sorry, I went to the bathroom, so if no one it worry in the middle of something or
No, of course not. No,
no?
we're waiting for you to raise your hand. And here you are. Lovely to see
Um,
you.
I need help with releasing so much worries
Hmm.
for the future, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Worries for the future? Let's do it.
Mhm.
Is there one in particular that you want to start with?
Can you say that again?
Is there one worry in particular that you'd like to start
Yeah.
with?
I don't know. I'm worried that I lose my daughter for a significant amount of time. And that's my biggest concern.
Okay, well, just notice how the body reacts when you
Yeah, it
feel that, when you think
shrinks.
that.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
heart, it's like feels like it's squeezed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And notice also the mind, any kinds of images, movies, memories,
Mm.
fantasies.
Yeah.
Hmm. So just for now, is there space for that? Could you open to it since it's here anyway?
Yeah.
Since it's here anyway. That's another.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, can you give me 1 second? My
Please,
air conditioning is too loud, so I'm gonna turn
please,
it.
please.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. So again, we were talking about your worry of
Mhm.
losing your daughter. Essentially,
Mhm.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And just for now, I'm inviting you to give space to that and to allow it to feel as real as it might,
Yep.
but also just to notice what's happening in the body, notice what's happening in the mind.
Yeah, bodies, lots of contraction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mind, it's all the pictures of, you know, her crying,
disaster.
worry. Yeah.
All of the horror, all of the sadness and
Mhm.
disaster, yes. So notice all of that and just as best you can, give it space and take a breath or two. Remember to keep that going. And then notice also how much you want this to be different. You don't want to feel
Yeah.
this. You don't want to see this.
hmm
You don't want this to happen. Notice that big no.
hmm
Yeah. Notice also how personal it feels. It really feels like your story, your pain, your worry, your reaction.
hmm
And just allow it to be like that. Since that's what's coming up, that's what's here. And then could you let this drop? Just let go.
Yeah.
And would you? Are you willing? Is there willingness?
hmm
And when?
For now, now.
Exactly. Only for now, it's only as best you can. Yeah, exactly. Good, good. So let's just check back here on that fear, that worry, that fantasy. And I will use that word fantasy because that's what worry really is.
Fantasy.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's the mind making up things,
Yeah.
you know, right. And it helps to see it that way as well. It is made up.
Yeah.
But notice also how real it feels.
It does.
Of course it does. But let's do a little shifting back and forth. Notice how real and solid and serious it feels. But when you're ready, notice also how it's really just made up. It's not
Yeah,
even real. It's even
it's not real yet. Oh, yeah, absolutely not real yet. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Well, not real yet. Not real ever.
Mm, mm,
And then let's shift back. Notice also how heavy, real, serious it can feel.
it does. It
Yes,
can.
it does. It can. Yes,
Yeah.
right. And then notice also how made up it is. Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can put your hand through it. It's not solid.
No,
No.
it's not.
But then shift back. Notice how heavy, serious, weighty, how real it feels. How
Yeah.
and one more time, just go back to how unreal it truly is. How made up. How sometimes these even have cartoonish feel to them. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
it's
like a
exaggerated.
drama,
It's
cartoon
exaggerated.
drama. Yeah.
Exaggerated. Yeah, exactly. And then finally back to how serious, how heavy, how weighty.
Hmm.
And just for now, let's do this again. Could you let that go? Just drop. And would you?
Yep. Hmm.
Fine.
No.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, more peace and room.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now, what I was saying just before, I was talking about the mind and how the
Hmm.
mind really likes to make up problems that it can solve,
Oh,
right?
creating the problem and then it solves it. Feels good.
That's its job, you know? Well, the it actually is a survival mechanism. It's meant to help us in the physical world.
Mm,
You know, here comes a car, don't step into the street. These kinds of things,
mm.
the mind is really wonderful. It knows all these things and helps us, you know?
Oh, now it makes sense. Yeah, that and that thing I always like this fight and flight thing didn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, mine makes up the image of me being hit by a car. That's why we step back, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, and when it comes to an actual physical car,
Mhm.
that could be useful, no?
Yeah.
I mean,
We need that.
but it's the mind is overactive. It's looking for danger everywhere, and that's worry.
Yeah.
But worry is also fantasy. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of what helps is to understand that the mind is trying to help.
Mm.
When you see that the mind is trying to help, then it's possible
Oh,
to love the mind for all the effort. How can you not be
oh.
grateful? The gratitude, you know?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that why it's called welcome? The right, you know how it starts with like welcome the worries or like anxiety, and then I'm like, welcome? Like I don't want this to be here, but
Well, so the welcoming, of course, you don't want it to be here, but the resistance, what does it do?
no.
It makes it more intense.
But yeah, it makes it easier to welcome because it mind is just doing it to protect me. Yeah.
Well, the welcoming gives space to it. And when you give it space, when you allow it, then see, emotion is not permanent.
No.
Emotion is energy in motion. Have you ever seen a storm that lasted forever?
No.
No. But for example, if your boss says something and it makes you angry, maybe you don't really want to express anger in the moment. Maybe it's a good idea if you don't show the anger at that moment.
Yeah.
So this is a tool that we learn to not show our feelings, not feel our feelings in the moment. But the reality is that when you do allow them, when you feel them, they pass through easily. That's it. And when you say no, well, it just becomes like a knot and it becomes more intense. And you can see that with your own experimentation.
Yeah.
So let me just get back to releasing with you what's here now. Let me ask you that.
A lot more peace,
Mhm.
quietness. Yeah, because before this call, I was kind of frantic. Like, what about this? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Should I talk to this person about this? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, none of that right
Right.
now. No. No.
Let's just, right here, right now, there is peace. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, let's just explore that just a little bit, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, can you also notice, oh, just gratitude. That's a very lovely thing to feel, gratitude. No? And for example, we talked about the mind and how it likes to worry and how it was worried about your daughter. Well, when you see that, the mind is simply trying to protect, trying to help.
Yeah, it is.
Is it possible also to feel gratitude?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And notice also courage. You have a sense of that, don't you?
Courage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to tell you, it takes courage to get onto a call with a stranger and talk about deep and feelings. No,
Yeah.
that's just the basis of being here. It takes courage to get on this call.
Yeah.
It takes courage to open yourself to difficult emotion.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that that peace that you have noticed is always here, always available. And that's just one of the qualities of your heart, along with the gratitude, along with this courage. Yeah. And there also can be a noticing of, you said that you have to do all these different things. You felt scattered. But what if you're just going to do each thing as you need them, each thing as it needs to be done? Is that also possible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I somehow, right when you said it, I somehow felt like the outcome wouldn't be different. Like whether I do it like in frantic, do I have to do this? Yeah, just I have
Right.
to do it right now and then be to it and then
Right.
things like that. But yeah, I somehow have a sense of outcome
And so
wouldn't change if I just let it do it as I am told. Yeah.
what you just described was the frantic urgency of the mind. I have to do this, I have to do that, right? Underneath all of that, as you come to rest in your heart, what you just told me is you feel also that sense of, yeah, I'll do the next thing. And then the next thing. There's a sense of intuitive guidance.
Yeah.
You can just take one step at a time. That's all you ever needed to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can rest as well. Not a problem. Right? Right?
Yeah, somehow like I don't allow myself to rest. Like, oh, especially in this like situation where like, oh, I have to think. Yeah.
No, that's not rest at all. That's crazy. Right. Yeah. But as you come to rest in your heart like this, then things will slow down.
Yeah.
And you find that intuitive guidance. When the mind is full of chaos, how can you possibly make the right decision anyway? It's just...
Right.
But from right here, right now, what do you think? Is it possible to make a decision that's going to be okay?
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
That's the kind of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so helpful.
Oh, thank you for your question. Those are wonderful. I mean, without these questions, what are we going to do? Sit here in silence?
Yeah.
Which is
Thank you.
wonderful. I don't mind sitting in silence either, but
Yeah, this is so helpful, especially like I was thinking like I come to the call, I get to release, but then the rest of my life, like I'm probably going back to the frantic, but yeah, I get the sense of just let things unfold and then react or like, do the things that I need to do as it unfolds. It feels much more peaceful and then yeah, so helpful.
you may feel frantic in future. It comes back and it goes away. I mean, I'm like that too, frankly. Sometimes, I mean, I made a career in news.
Oh, it's all about frantic.
What the hell? I mean, this is absolute torture for somebody like me. It's like I can't look away from the news.
Yeah.
It's habit, it's like my career habit.
Ah,
And yet the news is intentionally, this is also intentionally
yeah.
horrible, hard to bear. But I guess what I'm saying is the more that you come to rest in your heart, the more that you tend to do that. It just becomes like maybe when I started my releasing practice, I was trying to get away from unhappiness.
Mm,
More and more, I find releasing is more like a habit, and
mm,
that I thought that I was the one pushing towards something, but no, I'm actually being pulled. There's a
mm,
natural attraction, you know.
mm. So
So
helpful,
it's
yeah.
also part of allowing. But our practice,
Allowing and then it is okay. It's
well,
not like, tempered allowing, like someone's bullying and then being tempered kind of feeling. Not that kind of
no,
allowing, like, yeah.
allowing. Yeah. Well, whatever you feel in the moment is what you're feeling. It's there. And
Yeah.
so wouldn't it be the best, easiest solution just to allow it, to accept it if it's there anyway?
Yeah. Hmm.
So that's it. But the other thing is, I guess I'm especially helped these days by a phrase that I remember from A Course in Miracles, which is a wonderful piece well, wonderful book if you want to explore that. It's the phrase, I don't understand the meaning of anything I see.
Mm.
I don't.
Oh, that's so true. That's so
It's
true.
so helpful. It's so,
Yeah.
it, but it's true.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Raina, for stepping up. It's good to see you. Good, good. Well, we have a few minutes left in the hour, and I've got plenty of energy and attention. So if anybody would like to step up, that's fine. Let's just see what happens. I could even do another guided group release if that's required. Or And remember, you can share a gain as well if something is going particularly well. I'd love to hear that. Always love to hear gains. Actually, maybe I can share a gain. I think I will. I'm preparing for my father's celebration of life. He passed away last month and at the age of 88. And well, what I'm doing is I'm preparing this message, a eulogy, a statement about my father and his life. But it's something that, well, it came together very easily and naturally. I simply interviewed my mother, and based on a conversation, then I wrote up a text, and so it's lovely to see the family coming together, and that there's a skill that I have that I can contribute towards that. That just gives me great joy this morning. That's my gain. Oh, I see Lisa saying a group release would be great. What, does anybody have a topic? Don't mind doing a release at all, but a topic would be useful. Or we can just end the call. That's okay too. Oh, health. I see. It's a very general topic. We could do that. Anything specific or? And for those who may not know, I'm actually reading in the chat. Well, health. Okay, let's just do a simple group release on health, and then we can close the call. So just whatever health means to you, just allow yourself to focus on that. Usually what it means is concerns about the lack of health, right? Maybe there's fear around health. Whatever comes up for you in the topic of health, maybe it's a disease or a condition or an ailment that you are dealing with, health, whatever it means to you. Just notice all that's happening in the mind, the images and sounds and stories, memories. Notice what's happening in the body, all of it, the discomfort, the tension, the sensations, the energetic feelings, all of what the body's doing in reaction to the topic of health. And since that's what's coming up, since that's what's being felt, would you do the clever thing and just allow it? Give it space, not forever, just for a moment. And if you're feeling a little courage, could you invite up even just a little bit more? So just notice how the allowing kind of shifts what you may be feeling. And then notice also any resistance, any no, I don't want to feel this way. Notice any desire to control how you feel. And then check and see, does this feel personal? Is this about my health? Notice how personal it feels, and notice how that shows up also as thoughts, images, sounds, sensations in the body. Is this what is apparently happening? And could that be allowed just for now? Is this what's apparently happening? And then, is any of this you? Are you these thoughts? Are you these sensations in the body? Are you these emotions? Or are you that which observes and witnesses and experiences the emotions? Are you that which is aware of thoughts, of sensations in the body? And just allow all to be as it is, just for a moment. Well, that does feel like a natural conclusion, actually. That feels like a good place to stop. I hope that was beneficial. I thank you all for coming on the call.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to see you all next week, and I will stop the recording like that.